Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maurice, for those of you who don't know, and today's my birthday. I made it another year. I am 28 years old. I just wanted to do this video only because, only because last year was hell. Last year was insane. First off, I suffer from bipolar disorder. I say I suffer from bipolar disorder, and I say that because I am not bipolar. Going forward, I suffer from bipolar disorder because when you say you are something, you're claiming it. And don't get me wrong, this disorder, it has some beauty to it. Like, it takes a while to see it, but it really does have some beauty to it. But yeah, it took me a while to accept it. Last year, like I said, was hell. I ended up going on a manic spree. I ended up quitting my job. I had a job that I was working for 6 years. I don't know why my throat's so scratchy. I'm sorry. I had a job that I had for 6 years. It was going to be my forever job. It was an amazing job. One day, I woke up and was like, hey, I feel pretty good. I don't need to take my medicine. I'm good. And just everything just went downhill. The next day, I was like, well, I'm still feeling pretty good. Not aware that that's a sign, maybe you should be taking your medication. Well, things got worse. I ended up having this huge manic episode at work and ended up quitting my job. Quit my job, moved out of my family's house, literally packed everything into a U-Haul, drove to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and just tried to start over. And I say it was hell because I'm going through this being manic. If I was on my medication, I could have done it. But not realizing, you need to take your medicine, I'm not taking it, that was a huge problem. But I lived up there for about 6 months. About 8 months. 5 of which were spent sleeping in my lovely car. Yeah. I went to the doctor's one day. It was actually a walk-in clinic, and just kind of broke down and found a doctor up there. He got all my records and he prescribed my medication, the same medication that I would have been taking if I was still here at home. But I'm doing much better. I made it through that storm. Thank goodness. Made it through that storm. It took a lot of reflecting. It took a lot of soul searching. It took a lot of me stepping back and looking at the situation versus me just, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. So I know there are a couple of people who aren't doing so well. I know there are a couple of people out there who are in my place, who are in the place that I was in a year ago. And to those people, I tell you, it does get better. It sucks right now. Like, it took me an entire year to fix everything that I messed up. It took me an entire year to realize that I am not bipolar. I suffer from bipolar. And I say that because I don't want to speak that on myself, because when you speak something on yourself, people tend to look at things negatively. It's like, just the only way I can really explain it is think of it like cancer. And I know that's a terrible euphemism. That's a terrible one, but that's the only way I can really explain it. Like, think of it as cancer. Do people say I am cancer? Would you want to be cancer? or do you have cancer? And if that offends anyone, I do apologize. I don't really know how to explain it. I know there's someone out there who's going to understand it, but my words of motivation is, when I was in Wisconsin, I had someone tell me, take it one step at a time. If you can't take it one step at a time, take it one day at a time. If you can't take it one day at a time, take it 1 week at a time. If you feel comfortable enough to take it 1 hour at a time, take it 1 hour at a time. If you feel comfortable enough to take it every 30 minutes, take it every 30 minutes. My point is, go at your own pace. Step back from situations that make you feel uncomfortable. Step back from situations that aren't safe. And sometimes it's easier said than done. I completely understand that. However, just, be happy. Life's too short to not be happy. Smile. Take a minute to just, think on something positive that you have done. At the beginning of this month, I was sitting at home and I'm just like, I've just completely just messed up my life. And then I thought, well, no, because if I messed up my life, I wouldn't be here. If I messed up my life, I'd be 6 feet under. If I messed up my life, I'd be dead. So that's something that in that moment, I realized, things are finally getting better. And I'm the type of person, things will be getting better and I won't notice, and someone will have to point them out to me. So that was a huge accomplishment for me to just realize that. Since accepting that I have bipolar disorder, I've kind of become an advocate. I don't know if you would even consider me to be an advocate, but I've been looking up things on it. There's so many support systems out there. One of the support systems that really helped me and continues to help me is there's groups on Facebook. And as crazy as it sounds, when people think of Facebook, they think of, funny posts and stupid posts and liking my status and commenting on my photos and sharing crazy stuff. No, dig deeper. If you just go into that search engine and type in bipolar, tons of groups will come up. I'm in, I believe it's 4 groups, just because, the bigger your support system, you're gonna get that support. You're gonna get that help. So once again, to anyone out there who's struggling, who just needs a hand, who just needs a lifesaver in the sea that is depression, in the ocean that's bipolar disorder, I'm here. Find me on Facebook. I'm not trying to add anyone just for kicks. I'm legitimately, I want to help people. Before all of this came about, before my craziness came about, I was a people person. I still am a people person, but just not as much as I used to be. But yeah, just find those groups. There are people out there who really are rooting for you. You can't see them. Sometimes you can't see them. Sometimes you can. But just know, whether you can see them or not, they're out there rooting for you. Anyone who needs a hug, here you go. Anyone who needs, a firm handshake, here you go. Take it one moment at a time. And most importantly, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep it held high, no matter what is going on. Regardless of what's going on, keep your head held high. Always keep it up. Because when you walk around with your head down, it's a domino effect. You walk around with your head down, you get depressed. You get depressed, you start thinking of bad thoughts. You start thinking of bad thoughts, and you act on those thoughts. It's one big domino effect. I've never struggled with addiction, but the only advice that I can give someone who's struggling with addiction is it gets better. It really does get better. It really gets better. Like, I know people who have struggled with addiction. They're doing amazing right now. They're taking it one moment at a time. They're making huge strides in their recovery. Just go at your own pace. Smile. Take time to enjoy the little things in life. Take time to, smell the flowers, so to speak. It's just, having bipolar disorder is one of those, it's a beautiful curse, kind of. It's one of those where, because someone has diagnosed us, some of us automatically see the bad, and we can't do that. Like, never, never, never do that. Like, there are bipolar people that I know, people who have bipolar disorder that I know, who do amazing things. They do amazing things, like beautiful things. Like, I know someone who every other week they're going on their off days. They get 3 off days a week, and they go volunteer from the time they wake up, 8 a.m., to the time they would normally get off of work, 7 p.m., volunteering at homeless shelters, food pantries, churches, places like that. If you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm here because I've been there. Now it's easier. I'm not over the hill yet, but I can see the top, so to speak. So if you just keep going, just a little bit further, you'll see that top. Trust me. One thing that really helped me, and admin, I'm not in any way promoting anything to sell or anything like that. There's something called the Semicolon Project. For those of you who don't know, the semicolon is it's a type of punctuation, and our authors I was getting ready to say authors use it when they're writing a sentence and they can stop. They intend to stop, but they choose not to. So that's really helped me. It's actually online as a like, people are using it as a way to help with suicide awareness, depression awareness, mental illness awareness. So that reading the stories of those people really helped motivate me. So it's just, I'm really at a loss for words. I'm just taking everything in. I'm so proud of myself right now. There were many times over the last 365 days that I honestly thought I wasn't going to make it. I attempted suicide twice, and both times, before I would attempt, I made a decision that I was going to find somewhere very secluded and just get it over with. And both times, someone found me. So that I take that as a sign, it's not my time. And if you think that it's your time, it's not. Trust me, it is not. There is nothing that we cannot overcome. There is nothing in this world that we cannot conquer. And that includes mental illness. That includes our overall health and well-being. We can get to our happy place. We can get to that place that just leaves a smile on our face all the time. There is nothing you cannot do. And if someone is telling you differently, look at them and say, no, I cannot do that. Now, I'm not saying, you can jump off of a bridge without a parachute. Don't do that. But as far as, finding your happiness, overcoming depression, overcoming mental illness, you can do it. You can do it. Trust me, you can do it. But, like I said, my name's Maurice. I'm an overall happy person. I take time to smell the roses. Today's my birthday. It's been a particularly great day. Usually I don't celebrate my birthday. This year, my boyfriend told me, whether you like it or not, we're going to celebrate it. And I guess it's paid off because it put me in a great mood. And this morning I got a call. I live in Indiana. I live in Northwest Indiana, to be the left side of the state, to be precise. And here they're building a new Whole Foods. They called me this morning asking me to come in for an interview. They asked me to come in. At first I thought it was kind of a joke, because usually places will schedule an interview a few days ahead of time, and they were like, hey, when can you come in for an interview? I was like, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today's Wednesday. I shouldn't have said Wednesday. I said Wednesday assuming next Wednesday, and he's like, okay, Wednesday? How's 9:30 sound? Okay, sure. I go in, and he's like, so why Whole Foods? And I knocked it out of the park. And he's like, well, we've already checked your references, we've checked your work history, we've checked your employer references, personal references and whatnot, and we'd like to offer you a job. Like everyone, we rarely get applications that shine as bright as you did, and we'd like to offer you a job. It's full-time, which is a plus. That right there, just it makes me smile. It just makes me want to, smile from ear to ear right now. Like I'm on my way to go pick up my boyfriend, and I had to pull over just to help someone out. I just had to pull over just to, express what was on my mind, what was laying kind of heavy on my mind. And I hope and pray that someone out there sees this. One of the groups that I'm in, I had asked if I could post a video, and they told me no. So I guess I'm going to have to look for some more groups to post a video. I am a private person, but this aspect of my life, I'm willing to open up about. I don't want to see someone out there in the position that I was in last year. I don't want to see someone out there, in that they're walking in life and they're just walking with this blank stare. They're walking and they're not doing good at all. I don't want to see anyone like that, so I feel like I have to do this. But like I said, if there is anyone out there who needs help, who needs just a hug, a smile, a few kind words, message me. Join one of the groups. They are amazing. The admins on the groups are absolutely amazing. Take that first step. Hold your hand out. Recognize that you can't. Sometimes there are things in life you can't do alone. And furthermore, keep going. Push yourself. Keep going. I'm sorry, my right hand is hurting. Keep going. Keep moving. Don't ever stop. Don't ever settle for anything less. Hold your head high. Find what you enjoy and run with it. Run like hell with it. There is no reason in life that you should be completely unhappy. And if you are completely unhappy, then let's fix that. Let's fix it right now. Keep calm and carry on. That was one thing when I was coming down, like my manic episode lasted about, I might as well just say 8 months. Keep calm and carry on. Really just, it stuck with me. It really helped me. It really motivated me, and it pushed me to literally take time to reflect on myself and to just sit back and relax. Well, I've got to be going now. If there's anything out there, if there's anyone out there who, like I've said numerous times, if there's anyone out there who just needs help, go to one of the admins. If there's anyone out there who just needs someone to talk to, my name is Maurice. Find me, message me. My phone's always on. Like it's like an extension of me. So don't hesitate. Do not hesitate to seek help. Take 1 minute. If you are thinking about ending it all, take 1 minute and sit and just write out the pros and cons and really rethink. Don't be biased about it. Write out the pros and cons, all of the pros and cons. One thing that should be on that list is someone out there is going to miss you. Someone out there loves you and does not want to see you crying. They don't want to see you sad. And most of all, they don't want to see you dead. Yes, there are people out there who love you. Have a great day. Smile. It's a beautiful day out here in Indiana, even though it's incredibly boring. I've got a date, and hopefully I can go see a movie. I don't know where I'm gonna go to eat, but hopefully, like I was told, I have a couple of gifts, and hopefully one of those is the new iPhone 6 Plus. Have a great day. I will talk to you all later. Thanks for your time. And remember, smile and keep your head up.